So, I am at Leslie's house. That's Lesley. You know this. And we thought it's time we redeemed ourselves. Christmas time we did a quiz, thinking because it was a music quiz, we'd do really well. That did not happen. We scored 4 out of 15. So today we have decided we might do this instead. This is an 80s and 90s music quiz, and seeing as that's kind of our era, we feel like we should do better at this.
I feel like I might favour the 80s and you might favour the 90s.
Very much. Even though I'm older than you.
Yeah, I just like synthesizers.
So we are going to ask each other 10 questions each. I figure we'll alternate.
Yeah.
And whoever gets the most wins. I mean, that should have been obvious, and I'm sorry that I explained that.
How they tend to work on the whole quiz thing.
Who wants to go first?
Should I go first?
Lesley will go first.
Who released the anti-war electronica single 19 in 1985? A. Max Headroom. B. Paul Simon. C. The Pet Shop Boys. Or D. Paul Hardcastle.
This is a bad start.
Do you know the song?
No.
Oh.
So that's why it's a bad start.
Yeah.
I'm torn between two.
19. And 19. And 19. That's how the song goes. I'm sure that helped.
Pet Shop Boys.
No.
Okay.
It was Paul Hardcastle.
Which British music icon provided additional guitar and backing vocals on the Oasis song Champagne Supernova? Was it Joe Strummer, Paul Weller, Eric Clapton, or Sting?
I'm imagining the song.
It's hard to imagine any other voice than Liam. Someday you'll find me. Did that help?
No. I'm gonna say Joe Strummer.
It was Paul Weller. So far, so good, guys.
This is really, turning things around.
I know your next one if it helps, and so will you.
Okay. What was the names? What were the names? It says was, and that's
that's right.
that. What were the names of the Knight brothers in New Kids on the Block?
Jordan.
Do you want
I'm so sorry. Carry on. It's multiple. It's multiple choice.
A. Jack and Jordan. B. Johnny and Jaden. C. JC and Jimbo. D. Jordan and Jonathan. I mean JC and Jimbo.
Jordan and Jonathan.
Yay!
Which TV presenter did Fatboy Slim, aka Norman Cook, marry in 1999? Do you want to just shout it out?
Zoe Ball.
Well done. I knew you'd know it.
What is that face that you just made? You look like we're going to be sick.
I know, I'm just like, for God's sake. The next question was written personally for you.
Oh God. Justine Frischmann was the lead singer of which Britpop band? A. Sleeper. B. Republica. C. Saint Etienne. Or D. Elastica.
Elastica. Oh, I went too quick. Whoa! Prepare yourself.
Okay.
For this question, which is going to be so difficult for you.
Okay.
Just can't get enough. Shake the Disease and Personal Jesus were hits for which British new wave band? A. Modern Romance. B. Depeche Mode. C. Spandau Ballet. D. Visage. This is Leslie's favourite band in the world.
It's Depeche Mode.
It is Depeche Mode.
Which group of rockers guested on Run DMC's 1986 hit What This Way? Do you want the options or do you just want to tell me?
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Which comedian featured in the iconic video to the Paul Simon hit You Can Call Me Al? Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Chevy Chase or Harold him.
Ramis.
I always say Ramis and I know it's wrong.
It's Chevy Chase.
It is Chevy Chase.
Which Eurovision winners' UK hits included Land of Make Believe, The Camera Never Lies, and If You Can't Stand the Heat? A. Katrina and the Waves, B. ABBA, C. Bucks Fizz, D. Modern Romance.
I think it was Bucks Fizz.
Yes.
Because
Stars in your eyes.
I've seen them do that live. When that kicked in, I was like, yes!
I really like Land of Make Believe.
I do. It's one of. Shall we add it to our playlist? Let's put it on our playlist. Madonna's 1985.
Real, just turned on.
Boom! And now I'm in the zone. Madonna's 1985 hit, Crazy for You, was written for the soundtrack of which film starring Matthew Modine and Lisa Fiorentino? Linda!
Who's Leeson?
I don't, you hadn't noticed that.
Liam Leeson.
Linda! Look, a woman called Linda, alright?
Yeah.
Was it A, Vision Quest, B, The Last Seduction, C, The Mission, or D, Pretty in Pink?
The answer I thought it was isn't there. Which is
I didn't know this one. So.
Pretty in Pink?
It was Vision Quest.
Oh, I've never heard of that. I was like, oh, that must be Desperately Seeking Susan. In which George Michael video did Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington all strut their stuff? A. Freedom 90, B. Faith, C. Jesus to a Child, or D. Outside?
I am trying to picture all of the videos.
Yeah.
It's not Jesus to a Child.
Okay.
It's not Outside, I don't... Oh, is it though? Freedom 90.
Yes.
Oh, now my perfect question has come up and it's for you. Oh, but I know you'll get it.
Okay.
Which model featured in the iconic, yes, iconic,
Oh no.
music video for Billy Joel's #1 hit, Uptown Girl?
It's been a real model-themed couple of questions.
It has. Was it Bo Derek, Linda Evangelista, Brooke Shields, or Christy Brinkley?
Christy Brinkley.
Yeah, because they was like going out and then they got married. In fact, they might have been married when they did that.
Now I know that we have discussed this at some point, so Queen's 1986 hit, Who Wants to Live Forever, was written for the soundtrack of which adventure fantasy film? A. Labyrinth, B. Krull, C. Highlander, or D. Willow?
Highlander.
Yes.
I love Queen. I'm so pleased because when we played this without filming it, I got a Queen question wrong and I was very upset. What was the title of Whitney Houston's first UK #1 hit? Was it Saving All My Love for You, I Wanna Dance with Somebody, I Will Always Love You, or How Will I Know? Which I just want to say are all books.
Yeah. I'm torn between Wanna Dance with Somebody and How Will I Know. Probably one of the other ones now I've said that. I Wanna Dance with Somebody.
Saving All My Love for You.
Oh wow, Lindsey Buckingham was the guitarist with which supergroup? A. Supertramp, B. ELO, C. Genesis, or D. Fleetwood Mac?
Fleetwood Mac. Also really love Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. One of, just a classic song.
Fleetwood Mac have some excellent
They have some excellent
stuff in their locker.
Yeah. Which song by The Police was written by Sting in the aftermath of his separation from his wife Frances Tomelty? Every little thing she does is magic. I really slurred then. Every little thing she does is magic. Every breath you take, Walking on the Moon, or Roxanne. You have to say it like that.
I have something in the back of my mind that says it's Every Breath You Take.
That's because it is. Oh God, why are you getting all of my questions? It's fine. I'm sure this will be a great question.
Every
for me
dog
too.
is now barking from that. There's a pod of dolphins have swum inshore. Who was lead singer of the 1980s group Visage? A. Dave Garn, B. Nick Kershaw, C. Steve Strange, or D. Pete Burns?
I know Pete Burns was the lead singer of a band, but I don't know what the band was called. You keep getting my questions and I keep getting yours. I'm gonna say, because I have no idea, the one called Nick.
Nick Kershaw?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't think so.
It was Steve Strange.
Oh, do you know, I nearly said that.
I think Pete Burns was dead or alive.
Yes.
You've
It's been me right round, baby.
Visage is Fade to Grey.
Oh, that's a good song. I like 80s music, but I don't necessarily know who did what song or who is in what band, unless it's a band you like and you've told me about it. Which group's albums include Park Life, The Great Escape, and Leisure? Is it A, a band Emma really likes? B, band Emma also likes? C, band Emma liked? Or D, a band Emma liked?
Park Life. It's Blur.
It's Blur.
Last question. With which record label did George Michael lose a protracted court battle in 1993? EMI, Polydor, Sony, or Chrysalis?
Yeah, I love George Michael, and genuinely my brain's gone.
Yeah, I don't follow his court cases.
Yeah, AMI.
It was Sony.
Oh, I nearly said that and I talked myself
I wouldn't
out
have
of
had
it.
a clue. I didn't even know he'd had an argument with one.
McCabe, Jones, Tong, Salisbury and Ashcroft were better known by which name? The Verve, Blur, the Blue Tones or Travis?
Based solely on Ashcroft, the Verve.
Yeah, that's how I got that as well.
I was like, it's not Blur.
It's not.
I would recognise Blur. You got 7 right.
Oh, I got 7 right. We need a tie break. I mean, you got 7 right. Okay. As soon as I said it, it sounded wrong, but I wasn't sure why.
I mean, it wasn't wrong.
Just
We have to do a sudden death.
Oh. No, let's just do whoever gets one wrong first.
So a sudden death.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, that is how that works. What I thought you were going to do, like kill me or something. That's not. This is a family-friendly channel.
I Heard a Rumour and Love in the First Degree were 1980s hits for which girl group? Bananarama, The Bangles, Susie and the Banshees, or Bow Wow Wow? I don't know that I'd call Susie and the Banshees a girl group.
No, I wouldn't. Bananarama.
It is Bananarama.
Which 1988 hit includes the lyrics "Footsteps on the dance floor remind me, baby, of you"? Let's Hear It for the Boy, Opposites Attract, Vogue, or Teardrops?
Teardrops.
It is Teardrops. We'll be here a while.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That was excellent.
Beautiful. It's like Bono was in the room.
Can be found on which live U2 album? The Fly, Rattle and Hum, Zooropa, or Boy? That is horrible.
Can I phone a friend? Because I know someone who'd know that.
That is the worst question. I will let you do a 50-50 because that's just
Yeah, give me a
gross.
50-50.
Okay, so I will say it is between The Fly and Rattle and Hum.
Rattle and Hum.
Yes.
Ooh. Which group had hits in the 80s with Stand and Deliver, Prince Charming and Goody Two Shoes?
Adam and the
I was
Ants.
going to say, I don't even need to read the answers.
Whose version of Unchained Melody was the second biggest selling UK single of the 1990s?
Robson and Jerome.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't even need the answer.
That's fine. One of them was Whitney Houston.
I wish I'd heard her sing that in a weird way. And now I feel that I have.
I mean, you really have not.
Which Peter Gabriel music video featured the singer eating a roller coaster? Big, Don't Give Up, Red Rain, or Sledgehammer?
Sledgehammer.
I love that song and that video.
Which London street features on the cover of the Oasis album What's the Story Morning Glory? Pall Mall, Berwick Street, Brick Lane or Abbey Road?
I'm really trying to picture. Is it Brick Lane?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Berwick.
Oh, okay. Well, you will know this one, so we will have a winner. What was Lisa Lopez's nickname from TLC? That's so weirdly worded. What was her nickname from TLC? Left Eye. Yes. The answers that it wanted you to choose between were Lolita, Licorice, Left Eye, and Lolly.
They could have like put the other TLC members in there at least.
That's so weird.
Did
Anyway,
you say the last one was Lobby?
Lolly.
Oh, I was good. Lobby Lopez.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Why is that amazing? Why do I want to write a book about Lobby Lopez?
I don't know, but what was that laugh that you did?
It was just pure, unadulterated joy. Well, I think we did a lot better at that. Yeah, she got a question about her favourite band. I did not. So, if we go through this box, maybe there is a Manics question,
Maybe.
and I will get that. That'd be nice.
I'll look for it for you specially.
Thanks. We did much better on that one. I'm pleased. We've redeemed ourselves.
Yes.
Redemption has been claimed. That sentence got away from me. It started strong and it just went. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. You can click on my floaty head up here if you would like to subscribe. For a minute, I forgot what that did. You can click over here to see last week's video. I need to go lie down.
Do you want to do that again?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, let's just leave it. It was
Okay.
fabulous. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.